Hey everyone, it's Kelsey, aka Real with Mrs. B, and I am here to give you a little bit of a life update. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I am a teacher. I am qualified to teach 6th through 12th grade social studies, pretty much every subject within that. My passion always has been psychology. I absolutely love it. This past year, I had a wonderful opportunity to fill in for someone who was taking the year off for maternity leave, and her classes included teaching AP Psych, Abnormal Psych, Intro to Psych, and then also 20th Century U.S. History. They have a block schedule, which means that a year-long class is only a semester because we have 85-minute classes instead of the traditional 50-minute class. I have absolutely loved my year, but I always knew that at the end, if she absolutely decided to come back, that I didn't know what I would be doing for a job. And that's kind of concerning because, well, as a teacher, it's always, at least around here, a one-year contract that it's not really guaranteed, and you're hoping to get that contract. And I was kind of hoping that maybe someone else in the department would be leaving or something will be available. And it was becoming apparent that there would be a part-time position, not teaching psychology, though. It would be teaching like world history and current events and this and that. And those just aren't my passion now. I would take it if that's what I needed, but I needed to look elsewhere in case I could find something that was more beneficial to us. So my friend actually came across a posting for an AP Psych position. And if you don't know, AP means it's the college board that you basically get. If you take the AP exam, you can get college credit. So it's like a college level psychology class that's available in the high school. And so I applied, and it was actually at the school I worked at last year as a building sub. So I felt kind of good going into it that I already knew about the school, knew most of the people working there, things like that. I did get the interview, and the interview was intense. It was 4 hours with the other candidates. That was the day, if you watch my budget videos, that I had to take off of work. I did let my principal know, and they completely supported me because you got to do what you got to do for a job, and there just wasn't something for me there, unfortunately. So I took the day off, and I missed that pay, which really sucks because I'm technically a long-term sub, even though I'm there the whole year. I get the same pay as a teacher, benefits, things like that, but the only thing I don't get is paid days off. So that sucked, but I knew it could be worth it. So the interview, I was with 6 other candidates. We had to do a 30-minute typed writing response. We had to do a 10-minute lesson that was pretty precise, like what we had to do, and we had to pretend to be each other's students. So I volunteered to go first, and I had to do my lesson in front of the other 6 candidates and 3 other members of the district and the principal. And then we had to have a conversation, the candidates, and on student scenarios. That was 20 minutes, and then we had individual 15-minute interviews. So it was pretty intense, and that was just the first round of interviews. I did get called back for the second. The second round involved 3 members of the social studies department, and they were interviewing me and then reporting back to the principal. And luckily I knew them because I volunteered to sub for them a lot, or they chose me because I had a degree, my teaching license in social studies. So I got kind of close to them. I still, being kind of a perfectionist, leaving, thought I did well, but I did always think I could have answered this one better. I hate being put on the spot like that, which sounds funny because I'm a teacher. I don't know, I get more comfortable in the classroom, but in interviews, I just feel they're judging you. Anyway, I felt pretty good. Now, I had to call references, including my principal, and they were going on spring break. So I knew I wouldn't be hearing from a while, but while they were on spring break, I heard back from one of my references saying that they had contacted her, so that I felt like it was a good sign. After they came back from spring break, the principal emailed me and asked me when they could call, and they called me, and I got the job. I'm so excited. Psychology is just such a passion, and I feel like if you're teaching what you are passionate in, you're just going to do such a much better job, you know? Like, your kids are going to get excited about it. I get really excited talking about it, so, like, they get excited. And you should do what you're passionate about, you know? It doesn't feel so much like a job then. So I'm actually starting the AP Psych course at this school. Previously, they did have psychology, but it was like through a college nearby. This is a little bit different, so I will be starting it, and they want me to go to the AP Summer Institute this summer, which is basically a 4-day, 8-hour day kind of thing, like course on teaching AP, and they have lots available, and the one closest to me is during summer school. So, and they said they wouldn't do travel costs for something that was far away. I mean, there was like New Mexico and Florida and this and that, and I was like, that's kind of pricey. So that's why in my budget, I had planned to put some money aside because I thought that I might have to be paying that out of pocket. Well, I found one that I can drive to. It's not in Wisconsin, but I can drive to it. And I asked them if they'd be able to ask the district if they can cover my hotel fee. And I just got news that they are going to cover the hotel fee. So I just had to pay out of pocket to reserve the hotel, which I don't think they actually take out the money until I'm there. I think it's just like hold the spot. But I will be getting reimbursed. And luckily we have a savings account, like an emergency savings, that I can put that up front and then get reimbursed, and it will be just fine. So I am so excited. I got everything that I could want, you know. I got a dream position teaching what I want. It sounds like it's pretty like ongoing that I'd work there the next year unless I like royally screw up or something. And then I get to go still teach summer school, which I love because I actually do it for like fun. It's like a summer academy program that kids get to choose what kind of classes they want. They're like bead class and American Doll class and all these amazing like outdoor sports and like great offers. And I am going to be teaching Money Smarts for 7th and 8th graders. I did that last summer too, when I was more starting off with Dave Ramsey. I was a little more in the beginning stages of Dave Ramsey. So now, like, even knowing more, like, I made like dollar bills with my face on them and had them like named after my last name and stuff like that, and allowed kids to, you know, purchase property or the car, and like they did all these amazing things and they had a blast. I mean, some people went all out with it. So I want to do something like that again this year. It's only like a 6-week course, 50 minutes. So that's one class I'm teaching. 2 other classes, I have 5 total. 2 other classes I also taught last year. It's all around the world in 28 days for K through 2nd graders. Oh, I miss those little kids. Like, I'm a high school teacher and I absolutely love it because I get to have more mature conversations with students or discussions and things like that, and they're getting close to being on their own and young adults. But the little kids, I used to for many years be like an after school teacher, and they love like learning so much. So for this class last year, I had a bunch of parents, like I sent home a letter and I was like, hey, like, if you have any like special recipes from, you know, another country or your family or stuff like that, if you could bring it in, like when we cover that unit. I had some like Italian desserts and like paella and like so many good foods and like kids bringing in stuff from when they travel to these other countries. It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. And then the 2 other classes I'm teaching this year is like card smarts and games and chess. So it's like I'm getting paid to like hang out with kids all day. It's fantastic. So I didn't want to give that up to go to this class for the summer for my new job. So I just got the best of both worlds now that I got this job. I don't have to apply anymore. I don't have to interview. I don't have to wait and get rejected. If you're a teacher, especially social studies, it is highly competitive. I think I kind of expected after, you know, going through student teaching and all that there would be a job for me, and it has not been easy. I mean, hundreds of people are applying for these positions, and without experience, it's really tough unless you know people to get a job. So I don't know if that's everywhere, but I'm very fortunate that I got that, and then I get to keep my summer job, and then I get to, right when summer school ends, it's like 2 days later, I get to go to this AP Summer Institute and get some more information there. Since I know what I'm teaching, I got all summer that I could be working towards that and perfecting it. I'm just thrilled and relieved. It's a great opportunity. Thinking about things like benefits, I am getting paid about the same. However, health insurance is a little over double the amount we were paying for at the last job. They do have a cash in lieu of option, which I will be considering, because we do have to get our own health insurance for this summer because our benefits run out before the next job starts. So I think like July and August, maybe June. I think it goes through June, but I have to look into it. July and August, we'll have to get health insurance elsewhere. So if that rate is less than how much I would get for cash in lieu of, it'd be kind of nice to get that money then. So if you guys have, like, you know more about that, those options, please let me know. I will be looking at Dave Ramsey's ELPs for health insurance. I had looked into them last summer, and they were very helpful before I got this job. So, all right. Those are the big life events coming up, though. In like 2 weeks, you probably, if you watch my budget videos, I am going to Kentucky for the forensics tournament that they're having. We had several students qualify to go, and I have the wonderful opportunity of going with them. Also, I don't get paid time off, right? Like I said, I had asked my principal and HR department, stuff like that, like, hey, this is a school event. Is there any way that, you know, I could get the time off to go and get paid for it? They are paying for me to go. I get 2 days off of work paid for. They're bringing in a sub, which I hate doing sub plans and all that, but it's going to be worth it. They're paying for me to go to Kentucky. Food's pretty much paid for. There'll be a few days I might have to do out of pocket, but hotel, everything. And I get to support the students and forensics, do an amazing job, and I get to judge people from around the country too. So that's just another thing coming up. I've never been to Kentucky. It's amazing. So that's coming up, and then school's going to be ending. And then we have 3 days of, I start summer school, and then we have 3 days of Red Hot Chili Peppers concerts, and then I'm going to the Summer Institute. So a lot of amazing things coming up. I just wanted to share with you a little life update. I chuckled because I think some people were thinking that I was going to say I am pregnant. I'm not pregnant, and that's not going to happen, at least for a while, if at all. So I just think it's funny because it seems like all my YouTube friends are pregnant or just had a baby. It's like something in the water or something. I don't know. But I didn't catch it. I'm not pregnant. I just have a lot of exciting things coming up. So that's pretty much it. Just want to share with you guys. I hope that you have had some exciting news lately, or, you know, share with me what's happening with you. What positive things are you excited for that's happened to you recently, or that you're looking forward to this summer? And I will catch you all soon in my next video. Bye, guys.